You little storm stars. Feel the beat, feel the rhythm. Hear the thunder? Because Crackup Factory is dancing with the sky today. Welcome back, everyone. It's so good to see you all gathered here for another amazing tale. Today, we're venturing out onto the vast, sun-drenched plains to meet a very special boy. This isn't just any story. It's a story about the power of your unique gifts and how they can change the world. So get comfy, open your hearts, and prepare for an electric story we call The Boy Who Danced with Thunderbirds. Deep in the heart of the wide, sweeping plains, where the grass stretched as far as the eye could see and met the sky in a perfect line, lived a young boy named Talon. Now, Talon wasn't just any boy. He had a gift, a magical rhythm in his soul. When Talon danced, it was like watching poetry in motion. His feet moved with a life of their own, sometimes light as a feather floating on the breeze, other times strong and powerful like a running bison. No one in his entire tribe could dance quite like him. His movements told stories of the wind, the sun, and the stars. He was a joy to watch, a true artist whose stage was the earth itself. But one year, a shadow fell over the land. A terrible, relentless drought took hold. The sun, once a warm friend, became a harsh enemy, beating down day after day with no relief. The once lush green fields turned a brittle, dusty brown. The mighty rivers that carved through the plains slowed to a trickle, their banks cracking open like a thirsty mouth. The earth itself seemed to groan in pain. The crops withered, the animals grew thin, and a heavy silence settled over Talon's village. The people were worried, their faces etched with concern. They gathered in circles, praying to the sky spirits for rain, their voices quiet and desperate. While the elders prayed and the people waited with heavy hearts, Talon felt a different kind of calling. He looked at the cracked earth. He saw the wilting plants, and he felt a deep ache in his heart. He knew he couldn't just sit and wait. He had to do something. So he walked to the center of the village, to the driest patch of ground he could find. And as everyone watched, Talon began to dance. This wasn't one of his usual joyful dances. This was something else entirely. It was a dance of desperation, a dance of hope. His feet began to drum against the parched earth, creating a rhythm that echoed the distant, forgotten sound of thunder. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Each step was a plea, a powerful beat sent deep into the ground. His arms, which usually glided so gracefully, now soared and swooped through the air like the great wings of an eagle, reaching for the empty, cloudless sky. He closed his eyes and poured every ounce of his energy, his spirit and his love for his people into the dance. He danced for the thirsty soil, for the wilting corn, and for the hope of a single drop of rain. As his dance reached its peak, a sudden shadow passed over the sun. The air grew still, charged with an incredible energy. Talon opened his eyes, and there, descending from the sky, were the mighty Thunderbirds. They were magnificent creatures, larger than any bird he had ever seen, with feathers that shimmered like a storm cloud and eyes that flashed with lightning. The villagers gasped in awe and a little bit of fear. But the Thunderbirds glided down gracefully, their enormous wings creating a gentle breeze. They landed near Talon, their powerful presence filling the air. One of the Thunderbirds, the largest of them all, spoke, its voice not a squawk, but a rumble, like the sound of a storm rolling in from far away. "We heard you, little one," it boomed gently. "Your heart calls the rain. The rhythm of your feet, the beat of your soul, it is a language we understand. Dance, brave boy, and we shall follow." Talon's heart swelled with a new kind of power. He wasn't alone anymore. He looked at the majestic birds, nodded, and then he began to dance again. This time, it was different. He danced with the Thunderbirds. As his feet stomped, the Thunderbirds flapped their massive wings, creating a gust of wind that rustled the dry leaves. As his arms swooped, lightning flickered between their feathers, illuminating the sky. His dance became a duet with the storm itself. He danced with more spirit and passion than ever before, his body a conduit for the land's desperate plea. And as he danced, a single dark cloud appeared, then another, and another. The sky, once a piercing blue, began to fill with gray, swirling clouds. The air grew cool and thick with the smell of rain. And then it happened. A single fat drop of water landed on Talon's forehead. It was followed by another, and another until the skies burst into life. A downpour, a glorious, life-giving rain, began to pour from the heavens. The people cheered, lifting their faces to the sky, letting the water wash away the dust and their worries. The cracked earth drank deeply, and a new energy seemed to surge through the land. The rivers began to flow again, and the scent of wet soil filled the air. Talon danced and danced in the wonderful rain, laughing with joy, until he was completely exhausted but happier than he had ever been. The Thunderbirds circled overhead one last time, their calls like a triumphant song, before disappearing back into the now darkened clouds. The drought was broken. The land was saved. From that day forward, Talon understood the true purpose of his gift. He still danced, of course, but he no longer danced just for himself or for the fun of it. He danced for his people. He danced for the land. He became the rain dancer, the boy who spoke to the Thunderbirds, the one who reminded everyone that your greatest talents become truly powerful when you use them to help others. And that, my little storm stars, is the story of the boy who danced with Thunderbirds. What a powerful message, right? Every single one of you has a special talent, something you're amazing at. It might be drawing, or singing, or making people laugh, or being a great friend. When you share that gift to make the world a little brighter for someone else, that's when you create real magic. That's when you can make it rain. Thank you so much for joining us at Crackup Factory today. Don't forget to dance your heart out, and we'll see you next time for another incredible story. Bye for now.